What's up, CCWs? Hope everybody's doing well. We are so close to the beginning of the fall semester. Mind you, Edward Waters University, y'all have already started. I see you. UNFJU, Flagler, FSCJ, St. John's River, y'all are going to be rolling in the next few weeks, and I'm really looking forward to all of us hanging out this fall. So some of you may know this, some of you may not, but Kansas City Wesley Foundation started in August of 2011, August 1st, 2011, actually. I got to be the founding director and campus minister, and I got to start this campus ministry with a beautiful group of friends, Sarah and David and Richard and Haley. We together started Kansas City Wesley Foundation in August of 2011. We had a lot of reasons of why we started this campus ministry. It was a beautiful opportunity that we had to start a United Methodist campus ministry for Northeast Florida. But as we were, planning and thinking and praying about what this campus ministry was going to be about, a scripture emerged out of those conversations. And I want to read that scripture to you because I think it still matters today. The scripture is Isaiah 61, verse 4. And it says, "They will rebuild the ancient ruins. They will restore formerly deserted places. They will renew ruined cities, places deserted in generations past." This scripture, Isaiah 61:4, you may have heard me talk about it over the years. It's been so important to us in Kansas City Wesley Foundation. But even from the very beginning, this is what we wanted to invite college students to consider, how they might be people who, with their lives, with their choices, what they were going to do with their careers, how they're going to structure their families, how they would use their money when they got money. We were inviting college students to consider how they might be people who rebuild, renew, and restore the world. For a little bit of time, we called it the 61-4 life. Again, Isaiah 61:4, 61-4 life. It got a little bit of traction. I liked it. I don't know. But bigger than all of that, it really came down to rebuild, renew, restore. You might have even seen us wear those t-shirts. And that scripture, Isaiah 61:4, has been so important over the years, and I think it's still important. Now, that was sort of what we held for many, many years. And then the Reverend Haley Eccles, shout out to Haley, comes along and she brings a different kind of conversation to us, a rule of life, prayer, study, service, and wonder, which I think has been incredible for us. And we'll continue to lean in on those pillars. In fact, I just spent 4 weeks talking about each one of those pillars, and I invite you to go check out those reels if you haven't seen them already. And here's what I think. I think that the 61-4 life, rebuild, renew, restore, and the rule of life, prayer, study, service, wonder, I actually think they're connected. I actually think there's something really powerful when we bring these two ideas together. And I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that over the next few weeks. And I actually think it's going to be really helpful in general. I think bringing these two ideas together, Isaiah 61:4, CCW's rule of life, bringing these two ideas together, I think it's going to be really helpful for you just in general in living your life. But I actually think it's going to really get us ready for all that we're going to experience together this fall here in Northeast Florida. Truth be told, CCW is going to look different this fall, friends. Our schedule is definitely going to look different, and a lot of that has to do with our capacity as a team and your rhythm. All of those things are different in the fall of 2025, and yet I do believe that we will still, well, first of all, we're going to still have an incredible time together. It's going to be great. And I still think that there is some connection to Isaiah 61:4 being people who rebuild, renew, and restore the world, and people who build their life on prayer, study, service, and wonder. So I'm going to talk about that these next few weeks as we get closer to the end of the month and the beginning of the semester. So I hope that you'll follow along. I hope you'll stay with me. And ultimately, I hope you'll remember you're deeply loved by God, and nothing could ever separate you from God's love. So I'll see you soon, friends. Be well, CCWians.